can go farther down, but what was the other way? Oh, don't tell me I can't go back in. Don't tell me that. I wanted to see what is the other way. Come on, jump up there. You can do it. I believe in you. Let's roll us a barrel. Come on, barrel. Come on, barrel. You stupid fucking barrel. Come here. Keep getting stuck on something. That's weird. There we go. Yay! I got back in. It was probably nothing that way, wasn't it? Nope, it was nothing. It was officially nothing. Now we know. I didn't know it went in a circle. I thought it actually went behind that door. It's just a flare. It is a little dark in here, so let's well, I can just turn it on like a normal game. Oh, that looks bad. Wait. This was the... It did go... So where the f*** am I supposed to go? Say what now? Oh, jeez. Should have known that rusty old ladder wouldn't hold my weight. But I didn't have a choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. That biting cold. Could be anything inside. Okay. We accomplished absolutely nothing with that. Sure there's no other way through there? Because right now, I'm stuck. Oh yeah, there was, right here. Except it goes around and down? No, I'm confused. Oh, I see how. I see the layout. I'm just completely dumb. There's nothing in here, and there's no way for me to do anything. There's literally no way for me to do anything. Do I have something in my inventory, perhaps? I still have this metal rod. Can I just shove this metal rod in here? I can. I very much can. Oh, it's just... Okay, I get it. Well, let's unlock this and... That's bad. There's something slamming on that door not a minute ago. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers. All there, if something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Yeah, we're on our own now. Jotted down a note just in case. Well, yay! The entrance to the cave is caved in. There must be another way out. Well, shit. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. So, I gotta definitely make sure I'm out of the way. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue thing around my aura. Okay, gotcha. So let's turn on a light source, shall we? Here's a handy map. Why do you want me to hold perfectly still? Hello? I don't see or hear anything. I'm only going to run in bursts for now. Office. Let's all go to the office. Ooh, spooky. What the fuck is that? Ah! Oh, I can feel that in my bones. A man. An old man. Clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still, I know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. Okay, Daddy. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was a good idea. But I did it anyway. Officer's log. 15th of August, 1945. Command Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu, weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I've ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't yet extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learned the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up the manual in the chest in my office and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. The space is so disconnected sometimes. I feel as if this war could end, and we might never even hear about it out here. Supply requisition order. Dynamite for evacuation purposes. 7 bayonets. Not necessarily in my opinion, but procedure states that we have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses. Category 7C in order for myself. My glasses are in rather poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Well, Mr. Major, that's wonderful. It doesn't look mechanical in nature to me, but sure, to each their own. So it looks like the last people in here, since this was closest to the entrance, was military personnel, and this place was already here, and they were retrofitting it for World War II? Question mark? Most likely. It's a picture of British platoon. It must date back to World War II, like I thought. I suppose this mine was converted into some kind of bunker. It's a fairly basic work desk. This place must have been converted into a functional office at some stage in its history. Backstrin. The fuck? Bottle of Backstrin might come in handy. Let you shove it in our pants. Adventure game logic. Alright, I've played plenty of Amnesia. Let's, oh, this is so much more clunkier than Amnesia. Copenhagen Post, Monday, 17th August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of a death mine? Researchers at University of Copenhagen have suggested that mine-altering chemicals naturally sown into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently begun conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures of the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the early stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to the interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits, known as the Turngate, what? Live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of the chemical testing. Studies continue. Turngate. That's weird. That's very weird. I got a small key. Maybe it goes to a small lock. Got anything else in here? Like supplies? Ooh, I can use my battery. I can use my flashlight a little more. Drains so quickly, though. Anything in these? Probably not. Typewriter. Can I save? Damn typewriter. All I wanted to do was save. Nothing. Ooh. Beef jerky. Beef jerky. Not without aroma. Well, at least I won't starve down here. Apparently there's jerky that's been down here since World War II. That sounds great. Need a key. Well, maybe if I just use this key, everything will be fine. There we go. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Good God. Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder. But be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. Don't want to stain my clothes. Materials required: string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, backstrin. Hey, I got that. The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2.1, Dynamite. I'd like some of that. Invented by Alfred Nobel in 1866. I am so sorry, Mr. Nobel. Dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It has proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, provided, that is, it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safer by the presence of diatomaceous earth, I am horrible with words I don't understand, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of explosives liable to detonate on contact. Materials required: 1 part diatomaceous earth, sure, 3 parts nitroglycerin, a small amount of sodium carbonate. I can speak. I know what carbonate is. I'm a moron. Text unreadable, and then simply form into short sticks and wraps in paper. Did they take that out so people wouldn't know how to make dynamite? We have the internet. Chapter 2.3, TNT. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relatively explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact, as did other shells. Chapter 2.6, Armstrong's Mixture. Armstrong's Mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than as a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it as death mix. Its incredible volatility makes it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Materials required: phosphorus and boron. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed in to minimize risk to the chemist, the sulfur can substitute for some or all of the borium to slightly decrease sensitivity. So yeah, let's not make explosives. That'd be great.